Welcome everyone to the second of 4 videos about my current decks. I'm going to be showing you now the white and red deck, which is very weird because I usually never go for white, but for some reason found really cool cards that I'm drawn to, like angels and things like that. So let's see what we got. Okay, so this is a Resolute Archangel. It has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, your life total is if your life total is less than your starting life total, it becomes equal to your starting life total. In other words, if you're like in 5 or 11, it goes back to being 20, and it's a 4/4 card. The next card, it's a mountain, and Sunscorched Regent. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on this card, and you gain 1 life. And it's a 4/3 card. And this is a special land. It's white and red. It enters the battlefield tab, and you gain 1 life, and you add either color to your mana pool. Then you have Sunstep Outcast. It's a 2/1. You have to choose either one of these when it enters the battlefield. Either you put a +1/+1 on it, or you put a 1/1 white spirit creature token with flying onto the battlefield. I usually choose the first one because I don't really like to use token cards, but to those we use, the more power to you. Then there's the Goblin Heel Cutter. It's a 3/2, and whenever it attacks, target creature cannot block this turn. And if you put a dash mana on it, the dash cost, if you do it, you gain haste, and it's returned from the battlefield to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So that means it doesn't go to the graveyard; it goes back to your hand. Goblin Boom Keg, a keg. Well, all kegs are good. This is 4, and it's an artifact. You sacrifice it, and when it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, it deals 3 damage to target creature or player. So you sacrifice it for you a real good. There's a plane, which is the white mana. There's an instant, Honor's Reward. You gain 4 life, bolster 2. You choose a creature with the least toughness among your creatures, and you put 2 1/+1+ into counters on it. So that's good. You raise both your life and one of toughness and everything of the other creature. Heat Ray. It's an instant that deals X damage to the creature, to target creature. Okay, that's the instant. Whisper Silk Cloak. I have this in other other decks. You will see that. It's an artifact. When equipped, the creature that's using it is unblockable, and it has Shroud. That means it can't be the target of spells or abilities. And if you pay the additional cost to equip, you attach to target creature you control. Equip only as sorcery. Mountain. Next card. Gaze of the Moors. 3/1. Has flying. And that's basically it. It's just the white flying card. Alright, so let's see. Then I have a Serra Angel. Not too costly, it's not too shabby, it's 4/4. Has flying and has vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause this creature to tap. So you can attack untapped. That's actually quite cool. A mountain. We have here a Sandstorm Charger. It's a beast. It has Megamorph. You may cast it face down as a 2/2 creature for 3 mana. But if you turn it anytime face up for its Megamorph cost, which is this one, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. This one is Nomad Outpost. It's a land, but enters the battlefield tapped. It adds 1 red, white, or black mana to your pool. So this is another card that is really good if you need more than 1 mana to cast something, you know. So it's really cool. You have a Zurgo Helmsmasher. See, like this card. This card needs 2 regular mana and it needs 1 red, 1 white, 1 black. And this is a red and white deck. So, of course, I'm sorry, this one comes in handy because this one gives me the black mana that I need to cast this one. So, Zurgo Helmsmasher. He's a legendary warrior, orc warrior, 7/2 creature. It attacks each combat if able, and it's indestructible as long as it is your turn. Whenever a creature dealt damage by Zurgo Helmsmasher this turn dies, you put a +1/+1 counter on Zurgo. So every time Zurgo kills, he gets 1/+1. This is a Razorfoot Griffin. Cute little white card, 2/2. Has flying and first strike, of course. Deals combat damage before creatures without first strike. So, you know, it's a cool little creature. The Goblin Rough Rider. It's a 3/2. And that's basically it. Then you have the Highspire Mantis, 3/3. It has flying, cute little insect. There's a plane. Okay, pacifism. Look at him. He's a pacifist. He just looks big. Enchanted creature cannot attack or block because it's being pacified. Right. Alright, so this is a Gore Swine. Piggy. It's a board creature. Yeah, whatever. War Flare. Creatures you control get +2/+1 until the end of turn. Untap those creatures. Mountain. Resupply. This is a good card actually. You gain 6 life and you draw a card. This is a very, very good surviving, you know, for your own survival card. This should come in every color. Valley Dasher. This dashing Valley Dasher has haste, attacks each turn if able, and it's a 2/2 creature. Human Berserker. Another plains. Alright, Profound Journey. It's a 7. It costs a bit, but you return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. And it has Rebound. That means if you cast this spell from your hand, exile it as it resolves at the beginning of your next upkeep, you may cast this card from exile without paying its mana cost. This is why in the other deck I have one card that actually makes it exile and impossible for you to use any card from your graveyard. That would be a good combat for this. A good strategy against that one. But yeah. And this is a Flame Rush Rider. Creature. Human Warrior. Whenever Flame Rush Rider attacks, you put a token onto the battlefield tapped, and attacking that's a copy of another target attacking creature. Exile the token at the end of combat and has a dash cost, and what it does for the dash is right there, and it's a 3/3 creature. Mountain. Seraph of the Masses. This angel has Convoke. That means your creatures can help you cast this spell. Each creature you tap while casting the spell pays for 1 or 1 mana of the creature's color, and it has flying. Its power and toughness are each equal to the number of creatures you control. So if it takes 7, that means, and you're controlling 5 of those 7 are creatures that you use to help cast this, that means that's what's going to be in here. Alright, Plains. Wild Slash has Ferocious. If you control a creature with power 4 or greater damage can't be prevented this turn, while Slash deals 2 damage to target creature or player. Seraph of the Sword. It has Flying. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to Seraph of the Sword. 3/3. See, I told you, angels are really cool. Heat Ray. See, that's a Heat Ray. X damage to target creature. I wonder how the X is. Deflecting Palm. This is a red and white instant. Next time a source of your choice would deal damage to you this turn, prevent that damage. If damage is prevented this way, Deflecting Palm deals that much damage to that church controller. That means the player. Haha. Mountain. This is another Stampede Outcast. It's a 2/1. So, yeah. And Leaping Master is only a 2/1, but if you paid 2 and 1 more of mana, it gains Flying until end of turn. And like you make it into a flying monk of sorts. Wingsguard Crag. It's a land, enters tapped, and when it enters, you gain 1 life. Red and white, so you can use it as either or. Aegis of the Gods. It's 2/1. You have Hexproof. That means you can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. See, so it's like a blessing. Haha. Again, the Leaping Master. A mountain. Absan Advantage. Target player sacrifices an enchantment. Has Bolster. 1. Alright. Let's see what else. halfway through, we're almost done. Thundering Giant, it's a 3/4, has haste. It can attack and tap as soon as it comes under your control. Cool. A plane. Let's see what else do we have here. Armored Warhorse. It's a 2/3. It's just a little horsey. Okay. Gorswine again, but this one is a foil. So yeah. Sometimes those cards are good to have them repeated if they're, if they don't cost too much. Like this one, the Gorswine costs only 2 mana of any color and 1 red mana, so it's not that costly. You have more than one, it helps attack more. The Mantis again. Like I said, have more than one creature. Great Horn Krushka. No. Krushhook. I don't know how to say it. So you guys are gonna have to tell me. But it's a creature, and it's a 3/5. Alright. It doesn't deal much, but it's, Act of Treason. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap that creature. It gains haste until end of turn. A mountain. Avacyn Guardian Angel has flying and vigilance, and with all those costs, you either prevent damage to that would be dealt to another target creature this turn by sources of the color of your choice. That means if I pay this, if I say black creatures cannot do anything to me, or black color cannot do anything to me, that's it on this turn. And if I pay this other one, it prevents all damage that would be dealt to target player this turn by sources of the color of your choice. So one is for the creature and the other one is for me. It was a 5/4 creature. Another Heel Cutter. What else? Write Down. Destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked by that creature. This combat gain trample until end of turn. Another red and white mana, in which you gain 3 life when it enters the battlefield. The Sunblast Angel has flying. Destroy all tapped creatures. It's a 4/5. This is a Scoured Barrens. It's a land. It's a black and white land, which also can be used to help pay for the cost for that other creature that needed 3 different mana colors, included a black one. So this also, when it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. Now you have Search of Righteousness. Destroy target black or red creature that's attacking or blocking. You gain 2 life. Vault Breaker. Whenever it attacks, you discard a card. If you do, you draw a card. No, you may discard a card. If you paid the dash cost, well, you already know what it does, and it's a 4/2, so yeah. Planes. Aegis Angel. It's a 5/5. Has flying, and when it enters the battlefield, another target permanent gains indestructible for as long as you control the Aegis Angel. So Effects that say destroy, don't destroy it. A creature with indestructible can't be destroyed by damage. So, yeah, pretty much indestructible as long as I'm alive. That's always good, you know. It's good. And let's see, we have this much to go. Let's hurry up. We have Kindled Fury. Target creature gets +1/+0 and gains first strike until the end of the turn. Another mountain. Shattered Angel. Shattered Angel, very good card. Has flying. When it enters the battlefield, under an opponent's control, you may gain 3 life. Well, I read that wrong. It was supposed to be whenever a land enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. So, this is the Stormcrag Elemental. Pretty pricey, but it's a 5/5. It has trample and it has a Megamorph cost, which of course it adds the counters and things like that. So it will be more than just a 5/5. Divine Verdict. Destroy target or attacking or blocking creature. Destroyed. Goblin Heel Cutter again. A mountain. Let's see. A 100-handed one. It's a giant. It has vigilance, and that's its monstrosity cost. As long as it's monstrous, it has reach and can block an additional 99 creatures each combat. Not each turn, each combat. And that's plains. And a mountain. And Wandering Champion. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, not to the card, to a player, if you control a blue or red permanent, you may discard a card. If you do, you draw a card. It's a 3/1. Shieldhide Dragon has a Megamorph. It has flying. It has lifelink. Lifelink is always important. That's the Megamorph cost. And if it's turn face up and you put a counter of +1/+1 on each other dragon creature you control. So your hope would be that this could be cast at the same time as the other white dragon that was here in the beginning of the... And the last card is actually another red and white mana. So I hope you enjoyed this, and keep in mind that tomorrow then I'm going to be uploading another video with another one of the 2 decks remaining. So I guess I'll see you there. Take care. Bye-bye.